So what's going on, guys? Welcome to Behind the Grind. Before we kick this video off, I do want to mention that I have a brand new gaming PC. I have a Voyager 3 Pro from Starforge Systems. I'll put the specs in the description down below if you guys are interested in any of that. But just a little disclaimer as to why I'm currently underleveled and I don't have as many skills and other stuff unlocked inside Helldivers 2, because originally I used to play Helldivers 2 on PS5, but now I play Helldivers 2 on PC. So just a little disclaimer to get that out of the way. But anyways, to kick off today's video, the Heart of Democracy DLC has now dropped for Helldivers 2, which sees the Illuminate forces launching a planet-sized invasion of Super Earth. Yep. So as you guys can see on screen, we have some new maps, some new enemies, and a lot of good stuff to get into. So let's just dive right into Helldivers 2, Heart of Democracy. Before we begin, I want to take a moment to thank our channel members for supporting the Behind the Grind YouTube channel. Your help means a lot, and well, if you're interested in being a channel member, check out the information in the description down below. Thank you. So if you guys don't already know, the Illuminate have launched an attack onto Super Earth, and well, we got to defend on our home turf. As you guys can see on screen right now, we have a full-size invasion. The city streets are being flooded right now with enemies, and there's even some civilians and even some allied NPCs that obviously are helping us fend off this attack. So with that, we get pretty much an assortment of 3 different missions to pick from. So one of the missions is pretty much your standard evacuate civilians. Nothing really crazy here. We've already had this mission before in the base game. The next sort of mission is kind of a defense / offense kind of mission in which you have to eliminate a certain amount of enemies before the timer runs out, just to kind of push back the invasion force. And in what I think is the biggest change so far, obviously, to this DLC is the inclusion of a brand new style of mission, which basically has the Helldivers commandeer one of the planetary defense cannons and take down this huge mushroom cloud shaped Illuminant ship called the Overship. Now this mission is, it's pretty cool. It's pretty hard to get this cannon moving and focused on the actual ship itself, and you got to fend off hordes of enemies when you're doing so. So I would say that this mission is actually a pretty nice change in gameplay, and you really feel like you're defending Super Earth. Of course, I mean, you have to. Shit, democracy is literally under attack. But anyways, with democracy being under attack, I mentioned this before, we have the inclusion of allied NPCs, being the SEAF troops, who are walking around the streets of the mega cities in little squads, and you can help them and you can gear them towards an objective. Like if you use the follow me emote, then they're going to follow you and they're going to help you fight. So I mean, it's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, these guys are just regular foot patrol troops. They're not really strong. Like they'll get taken out pretty instantly depending on the horde that is currently attacking them. But I mean, extra guns can help in the fight, and well, it's pretty cool seeing that we actually have some allies helping us out in this invasion. Now, I will say one little negative that I do have with this is, yeah, it's cool to have these little squadrons walking around, but I mean, I kind of feel like we should see some tanks every once in a while here and there, or like some allied jets flying around in the skies to have some air dominance. Don't get me wrong, this update does feel like an invasion is being launched on Super Earth, but if you really think about it, when it comes to Super Earth's capabilities to defend its home turf, like there's really not much going on when it comes to vehicular combat and any kind of air dominance. But anyways, moving on to the next thing that I have for you guys. I also mentioned this prior. We have some citizens walking around, and these guys litter the streets, man. Obviously, it's a war crime to kill civilians, and I mean, the Helldivers take this extremely seriously. So much so that if you kill a civilian, you will get your points docked off at the end of the mission. So yeah, be extra careful around these guys. You're not going to be able to beat a mission without at least killing one civilian. I mean, you get plenty of civilian casualties just by fighting these enemies out in the streets, just because these civilians are literally up in everybody's shit, and they're kind of stupid, man. Like, they'll run towards gunfire, they'll run towards explosions, but I mean, civilians are going to civilian, so it's up to you, and it's your responsibility to make sure you don't kill them, but whatever. And well, yeah, that's kind of pretty much it when it comes to the overall gameplay changes. Obviously, the Illuminate were dropped in the previous huge patch called Omens of Tyranny. And, you know, now we have some new enemies to kind of add onto that roster. So, mentioned prior, this isn't really an enemy, but more so a mission objective. We do have that overship scene earlier before that we have to take out with the planetary defense cannon. But for actual new enemies, we have 3 really big ones here. So we have the Stingray. The Stingray kind of serves as a air to ground attack jet that will do strafing runs and will constantly be flying around in the air. You have to take them out with big guns, obviously, but if you get trapped within their strafing run, like, you will die. They will take you out pretty quickly, so watch out and just make sure you're taking a look at the skies. While you're looking up in the skies looking for stingrays, you might as well keep an eye out for the Leviathan, a brand new Illuminant enemy as well that kind of looks like something straight out of the Avengers, I'm not gonna lie. But this giant thing just kind of flies around in the air, and it'll look for troops on the ground, and it'll launch missiles, do bombing runs on you. It's pretty slow, and I'm not gonna lie, I did run under a few of them before, and they didn't really seem to aggro that much onto me, but I don't know, maybe their AI is just a little iffy for now. But once again, just like the Stingrays, make sure you bring the heavy guns to take these guys out. And moving on to our last enemy, we have this beastly monster thing, just this conjuration of multiple little smaller zombies just made into one. It kind of looks like that Rat King or whatever the hell it is from The Last of Us Part 2. But these guys are pretty tanky. They're actually pretty fast for their size, so don't underestimate them too much. But you know, just a standard machine gun and some light rounds will take these things out, given you pump it with enough lead. So yeah, keep a lookout for these guys. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much Heart of Democracy. It's a step in the right direction for sure. I know that Helldivers 2 was kind of suffering a little bit when it came to the content, and the player base was dropping dramatically, especially from that large gap that was leading up to Omens of Tyranny. But I mean, now we have Heart of Democracy for this month's update, and I mean, this update is pretty cool, man. I would say go ahead and check it out for sure. Now the thing is that Super Earth is actually being taken over, dude. So like, we need every Helldiver to come in and fend off this attack, dude, because these Illuminate guys are pretty relentless, man. Like, if you go into the game right now and you see the progress they're making on taking over some of these cities, dude, like, you'll know that your help is needed. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Heart of Democracy, fellas. Have you guys been fighting against the Illuminant? If you have, let me know what you think. And with all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. This has been Behind the Grind, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.